Civil war, what a shame that it descended into this. Archon Ash will want to meet and discuss the next steps. Best that you regroup on Iron Hearth. Gather your strength and regroup, but don't leave the Archon waiting.
Send Ash my regards. The general has done much for me, and I wish he was here to see this. Let's see. I'll join the Archon at Iron Hearth after I speak with Tunon.
That would be best. She shakes her head and looks out at the spire with fresh bewilderment. It's not enough that you're fighting 2 wars. Now, we have to puzzle through this. Oh, well, to puzzle.
Now we have this to puzzle.
Whatever.
Puddle
it's the
through.
Same thing. I don't envy your position. See you at Iron Hearth. Or is it Hearth?
Hearth.
Yeah. Oh no! The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here guttered and failed. Or gutters.
Gutters and fades.
Now
Though
I'm starting
a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center.
Okay. That's odd. There was a portal here a moment ago, but it seems to have vanished.
Calm down. I can fix this.
This magic is older than anything I've witnessed. I'd rather seek the Archon's guidance than fiddle with it.
The humming from the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention. You've been reading too much. It's my turn now.
Yeah, I have been reading too much. My voice is actually starting to get
let me take
hoarse.
narration for a little while. Let's see what this thing does. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of Ascension Hall moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. I'd be careful going any closer. The whole tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised above a sheet of parchment with anticipation. Now, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be cautious.
I can feel the power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire even from down below. But up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing.
I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrick massages the brow of his helmet, causing a howl of grinding iron to echo across the expanse. What is this thing? The surface of the stone orb trembles at your words. For a brief moment, the solid rock undulates, the same motion as a quiet pond rippled by rain. An echo bounces back from afar, your voice distorted and unfamiliar. Is this thing?
Your voice. For a moment there, it sounded like song.
The sculpture is once again still. There's a rush of warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse.
You are the tower.
You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, 2 walls extending off into the distance. At the base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spires falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, towards you. Though you haven't seen it in person, you are certain this is a vision of Lethinian's Crossing. For nowhere else are there tiersmen brave or desperate enough to settle at the intersection of bane-ridden old walls. Lethinian's Crossing.
It's Lethian.
Oh, Lethians. My bad.
You like adding extra consonants.
Yes, I do. Built in the shadow of an old wall's junction in the realm of Haven, Lethian's Crossing is a growing trading settlement. The nearby rivers are rich in iron ore, though the locals lack the technology to smelt and forge the element. In the years following Kairos' conquest of the Tiers, the population of Lethian's Crossing swelled with refugees fleeing the destruction of their homelands. The presence of the forge-bound mining iron, along with their guards, makes this makeshift settlement a vital resource for Kairos' armies.
It wants you to take it.
Near this settlement, built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Close to the spire, let's check out the old walls entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There is a feeling of preservation, of wrongness.
Perversion.
Oh, perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chambers bathed in light, an arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's Well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Drift closer to the spire. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. Yeah, so each of these symbols is probably a different tower.
That's what I was telling you.
Okay.
You thought that was too many.
It does seem like too many. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies, for the moment, are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. Okay. It is unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings.
Now you may leave.
I'm surprised they didn't do that before the change of chapter, but I guess it kind of makes sense, seeing as this is our new quest. Did you sense that? Lantry signs a long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. That portal over there, those burning braziers, they all glow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Hate to interrupt the wool gathering, but did you just resolve one of Kairos' edicts, which is at least as remarkable as ascending a spire? Am I the only one who thinks they might be related? Barrack plants his feet and crosses his arms. As the lawful holder of this spire, it is your duty to find out as much as is possible. That includes understanding edicts as well. If you forget your responsibilities, I will be only too happy to remind you.
Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunon. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain hold in the Tiers. Together we will wipe them from the lands. Come to me as soon as you can, Fatebinder. We have a lot of work to do.
Okay. Things have happened. So Spire.
Spire upgrades. We can upgrade our
Yeah,
spires.
so this happened in the previous game, Pillars of Eternity as well, where after a certain point you got a castle. Looks like we only get 5 total, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Either that or these are upgrades. What's this? Edicts. Oh. So we will have edicts along the way. But we have Spire upgrades, recruits. So Revos is a merchant. Create camping supplies periodically.
Skill
Trainer.
teacher. Yeah.
Trainer. A lot of things. Are there ways to make money? Provide food to take into battle. Produces weapons.
A beast woman? What would a beast woman be?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're all pretty expensive, which is...
A corpse eye, a
Oh,
scavenger.
you're wondering what the scroll was. It's a supply.
Mm-hmm.
We can probably use this to upgrade things. I was hoping there'd be a way to produce equipment, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, do we have a trainer for... Athletics is tempting, considering I do lore frequently. So, Swordbreaker. Two-handed...
Some of them are also more expensive than others.
Yeah, I'm tempted to pick up some things. So Lone Fang, I don't know about Lone Fang. We'll buy her eventually. I'm leaning for Corpse Eye and Swordbreaker. Okay. It doesn't look like we have any maintenance costs, which is nice. Let's grab Revos.
Okay, you ditched about half your money now.
That's fine. We've got stuff to sell.
So they're gonna be standing around, or yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like
Verse
that's like your
Verse is
base.
gonna hang out here. Yeah. This is going to be my home base for the rest of the game. So scouting. The tiers are a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Scouting mode by pressing left alt to move stealthily. Search for hidden objects like traps and hidden containers. Okay, so we kind of already know about that. Disengagement attack, we know about that. Reputation ability, know about that. Level up, know about that. Hidden objects, no. Store, no. Spell scrolls, talking with companions, weapon sets, stealth. Abilities, character recovery, engagement, field interactions. We've got so many tutorials. Okay, seems like these are all useless. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I want to speak with Tunon.
Let's go down to Ascension Hall first. Because if I remember right, there were a couple of things we didn't loot. Plus, maybe we can walk through the area.
I want to find out what happened to Fifth Eye.
Oh, yeah.
Did
I mean, he
Rangers
probably
kill him?
withdrew. But he might have gotten killed.
Oh yeah, that's the loot from the archer.
Yep. I don't think we
Who
have
was
any
the
other...
throne?
Stone throne is caked with a solid layer of dust. No one has sat upon it for quite some time. Yeah. Okay, so we have Ebb, who has magic. So Tidal and Gravelight. So it's kind of arcade versus Tide stuff. Let's go for Tide.
Mm-hmm.
Gains a bonus to all frost damage dealt. 2 frost mages. I like. Okay. Ooh, that's horrifying. We're getting it.
What is it?
Mother's Embrace. Summon a globe of water to surround the target's head, leaving them to slowly drown.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Damage dealt by magic staves. Wash over the target, removing all status effects. Pushing them back a fair distance. Clear mind. Ooh, when she's not taking damage, her recovery time is reduced, and she strikes twice with her normal attacks. Yeah. Can I get both of these? There we go. So she seems pretty good. Let's do at least spell cooldown and maybe some damage here. Do you want bonus health? Maybe a bit of bonus health.
Health always helps.
Okay, so she does have a phantom bolt. Do we know that? Sigil of Force. Okay. Channel arcane energy into magical forces that push and knock enemies to the ground. Hello. Expressions. Sadly, we've only got distant impact and channeled strength. Tidal burst. So AoE, dazed affliction for 13 seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it pushes them back.
What about accents?
It's concussive bolt. I think I'm gonna get this one. Do we want it over? Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. Okay. I'm just teaching her random spells for the time being. Let's see, Rhyme Spike, Sign, and actually we probably want to do Icicle Storm. Yeah, we probably want to do Icicle Storm over Tidal Burst. This way she just has some basic attack spells to work with. Holy crap, I just noticed. We've got our main character has 78 lore now.
Mm-hmm.
So we can probably do intensity and range. I doubt we can do accuracy though. Yep, no, can't do that, and definitely can't do that. So let's update all of his spells.
So that they have extra accents.
Yeah. So do we want range? Do we want accuracy? Or...
I like the flame fire. We haven't tried that.
Yeah, the only problem is
It's a plus 30.
Yeah, so two more lore and we'd be good. So instead, let's just go with these for the time being. Can I get them all? Yeah, I can. Yeah, might as well update all of my spells while we have them. Let's see, so intensity, wow. Heck, it's expensive. So Icicle Storm is 70, 75, 75, 70, 30. Okay, so we can totally increase his intensity, range, and accuracy. Yeah. Okay. So she's only got 52. Let's see what I can upgrade for these. So we don't want range, we want intensity. I love the spellcrafting system in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit slow, but it's really well done. Let's do intensity. Okay, so until we get Terratus and lightning, we can't do anything with that. What's his lore? Oh yeah, this can definitely be boosted. Oh, even Barrack's lore has actually gone up pretty substantially.
Though, whatever spells he should use should be battle-oriented.
Yeah, I'm not going to be using him as a combat guy. Well, I'm not going to be using him as a caster.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't have Sigil of Life. Yeah, I'll probably get my hands on Sigil of Life at some point too. But that's for a later date. Most assuredly. I really do wish this game actually had like
hey, look, there's a box over there.
Yep. Well, we get to explore this whole area anew.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a box everywhere. These small barracks are nowhere near large enough to keep the Vending Guard comfortable and well rested. Sleeping occurs in short shifts with soldiers rotating in and out of beds. Okay. What's this?
A dagger? Dagger plans?
These partial plans describe the process of creating a powerful weapon, but more research is needed to fill the gaps in the plan. This research can be made with the Spire library upgrade and the proper materials. Yeah, so there's a lot of base management that goes into this and Pillars of Eternity and whatever. Mm-hmm. So we more or less make like our crazy fortress. I think it gets attacked a couple of times, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I don't know, I only got as far as unlocking the keep in Pillars of Eternity before I lost interest. Locked Iron Gauntlets. This old book is fragile and hard to read, but there are legible plans in it for locked iron gauntlets. This item can be created with the access to the Spire Forge upgrade and proper materials. Okay.
More bricks.
Yep. Just has some boots in them for some reason. Following Kairos' conquest, food has become less plentiful in the tiers. The Vending Guard must make do with very little.
On the right, there was something.
Over here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting there. I'm looting this place for all it's worth because I don't think it hampers my own actions. There we go. I do really wish this game had like less kind of low-grade background music. Like what I want is like something that's just kind of nice to listen to at all times. And it doesn't quite have that. We need a merchant. Bad. I assume we'll be able to...
Well, you'll have one on your tower, won't you?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be up above or down here or exactly where. Oh, I wonder if I can go back to the thing. The damage dates back to Kairos' initial conquest of the tiers.
Oh, hey, look, purple.
Yep, I know. Oh, apparently I can't loot it while we're paused. Okay. Maxed out on camping supplies. That is one of the few blemishes remaining as a testament to the Vending Guard's reconstruction efforts.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess after we conquered them, we've turned them into my own military.
It looks like they have your own symbol.
Hey. Okay. I might just turn off tutorials at this point. We'll see. Oh, right. Let's turn on fast mode. I totally forgot to have that on so we could zip through these things faster. Looks like we are finding some goodies in here, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to seeing Tunon since he's your mysterious master.
Oh, speaking of.
Archon.
At least in theory, I'm supposed to be observing history and not getting myself wrapped into it. All the same, this is the thrill of a lifetime. Rarely does one stand so close to monumental moments in the making. If given the choice between a multifaceted hive mind of treachery and a surly old soldier, General Grumps is the wiser choice. It's patently obvious which Archon is truly loyal to Kairos. So, I must ask, are you planning on taking sides in the Civil War? Or do you have other plans?
1 or 4. I'm kind of leaning for 4. I'm a servant of the Archon of Justice. That much has not changed.
Dutifully spoken. It is Tunon's duty to arbitrate matters between the Archons, so this rift between Ash and Narat certainly falls under his jurisdiction. And here you are, thrust in the middle of the dispute. No doubt the mighty adjudicator will be relying heavily on you to get to the truth of the matter. Whatever you do next, consider that many eyes will be upon you, for you have both delivered and taken away the Overlord's edicts, and few will know how to make sense of the latter. You are an exception the Archons cannot afford to ignore. They will likely aim to control or destroy you.
Have you heard of edicts being broken before?
Most of Kairos' edicts were either worded to end in a manner of the Overlord's choosing, or the edicts have simply continued in perpetuity. That's not to say there haven't been stories of broken edicts. They're just uncommon. The oldest is, I think, Golbraith and the Edict of Sorrows, and that tale dates back to around the year 110. Aside from you, the most recent was the Edict of Twisting Grasses, back in 380. In all these stories, Kairos' edict very clearly gives its victim a single way to escape, and someone manages it. What's never happened is the pure abatement of an edict, like using a spell of warding or cancellation.
Noted. Now let's get going. Next one.
Salutations, Fatebinder. Or should I now call you Lord of Vendrian's Well? The Spire King? Prince of the Suggestive Vertical Slab.
Suggestive vertical slab? Really?
Dude will suffice.
So if I might ask, what is your plan now? The edict no longer looms overhead, and Kairos' conquest of the Tiers seems to be slipping. What with the armies in civil war.
I'm improvising. Any suggestions?
My first suggestion would be to build a boat. Something durable, and take our chances on the high seas far from Kairos. I have a second and more practical suggestion. Look to the horizon and slightly up. By that I mean the other spires. We should see what's atop the others. Otherwise someone else might look first.
Let's see. What do you know about the spires?
Not nearly enough, apparently. To me, they've always been axioms of navigation. You can triangulate a lot of things with a sextant and a clear view to a spire or two. We've long known the spires radiate strong magical fields, and all save the mountain spire connect to the old walls. So it's the sort of thing common folk know from afar, but avoid day to day.
Well, first order of the business, I should speak with Tunon.
I would counsel you to do just that. I'm sure the events of Vendrian's Well are best explained from your mouth to Tunon's ears. Furthermore, I'd guess the Archon of Justice would want to know your take on the Archons and their divide.
Well, that's all I have for now.
Well, short of Tunon giving you orders on pain of death, you have the luxury of acting on your own volition. Though the Scarlet Chorus are likely to come for you. Whatever you decide, I'm at your disposal.
Let's see. Your assistance will be most helpful. Thank you.
And I am thankful to not be a bloody pile of offal in Vendrian's Well. Life under your banner will, I'm sure, prove most interesting.
We should be going.
She's like, well, it's better than death.
Hey, if it works, it works. She's actually... Hey, and we got a reputation ability.
What about Barrick?
Oh, right, Barrick.
And so civil war divides the armies of mighty Kairos. The reckoning that comes of this failure will be great indeed. We find ourselves in the darkest times. Brothers and sisters who fought for a similar cause now skewer each other over blighted lands in the favor of distant powers.
What would you have done at Vendrian's Well?
Backing the disfavored was the only logical choice. Graven Ash is the only Archon worthy of your confidence, and you were wise to recognize as much. Naturally, I would have done the same. Whatever others might say about what happened in Vendrian's Well, you acted from instinct. I can't help but respect that.
Onward.
You don't have enough tears with him to get a story?
Not yet. We're almost there. I'm waiting for number 3, because I think that gets us everything. The only other consideration is,
What does Verse have to say about all this?
yeah, we can go talk to Verse. Let's go do that before we get too far. Because I don't know how easy it is for me to switch her out.
I think you have to go back to your Spire if you want to switch.
Yeah. Well, ugh, that'd be inconvenient. Unless it's really easy to, like, teleport in. Why did Skype just open on my computer? I don't even have Skype installed on my computer. What the hell? Whenever...
Maybe someone sent you a message?
No. Like, I literally don't have Skype installed on this machine yet after the reformat. So what happens is, or what's been happening with Windows 10 is they've... Yeah. What? It just turned on for some reason. Okay.
Well,
I didn't even know I had it installed, much less signed in.
Turn it off when you can.
Yeah, I will. But it's... Oh, hey, I can always fast travel from here to wherever I want to go to. But,
it just forces itself on.
yeah, Windows 10 has been trying to be helpful lately. And it's super inconvenient because it's like, please sign into Microsoft OneDrive. And I'm like, what the fuck is OneDrive and why do I want it? I don't want it. Go away. And it just keeps going. What? Oh, hi.
That's your sword breaker.
Hey, I'm down with that. Okay, so we can... we can train things freely now. I'm probably going to keep putting points into athletics. Just because...
You want to have those options later?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those where, like, let's be honest here. Lore and subterfuge are leveling pretty damn fast. Athletics is actually doing really well now, too. But it's one of those where... it's one of those where I would prefer to have as much... you know, as many options as I can have for fun things. Anyway, well, if it isn't the big bad boss, come to take a look at my wares, handpicked from the finest of battlefield corpses. I can assure you, the Scarlet Corps member's murky dead eyes roll in their sockets as he bows deeply, mocking you.
Milky.
Let's see. What'll it be, boss? Let's see what's in stock. Okay, whoa, hi, these are expensive.
Some nice looking gear.
Iron rings, bronze rings. Yeah, so I got a lot of shit that I probably want to, like, clear out and stuff.
You probably want to sell a lot of stuff, and then you probably want to purchase a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
like, I mean, this thing's getting pretty full. Somebody else's inventory got, like, yeah, his. Because for whatever reason, Lantry was doing, like, 90% of the looting. So this might take a little while. Luckily, we've got, like, 3 episodes worth here. So I will say this episode's going to be going up at some indeterminate point while we're off at Thanksgiving. So, yeah, videos are going to be a little bit spotty. They have been a little bit spotty. We're trying to keep on top of everything, but going away for even several days for Thanksgiving is hard.
Well, at this point, we're only going for like 3 because you kept delaying it.
Well,
weather and whatnot.
We would have left yesterday, or today, but snow. Oh well. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching. Okay, side thing. Fatebinder, come take a look. The dirt-caked apex local gestures to an old box at his feet. I've got a Beastman cub in here. Take a look. I doubt that very much. You step up to the huckster and peer down into the box. It's full of assorted junk, nothing more. Before you can comment, you notice him reaching for your ring belt out of the corner of your eye.
He's trying to pickpocket you.
Grab his hand. He makes a high-pitched squeal that echoes over the expanse of the valley. I didn't mean anything by it, I promise. I just want to see how many rings you had so I can adjust my prices accordingly. Revos, at your service. I've come into the possession of some items that might be of interest to you. Are these stolen? At first, he seems ready to spout off a hasty answer, but he pauses and reconsiders. No in the sense that they aren't stolen, but yes, in the sense that I'm not entirely He coughs into his fist. Licensed. Among other things, Kairos' laws of quota and sharing meticulously regulates tradable goods. Permits are issued to deserving merchants on an annual basis, but their allowances circulate by a design known only to Kairos and Tunon. A former wool peddler may be restricted to selling only copper, and the subsequent year trade fresh vegetables.
What? Then how can people actually build a trade?
I have no idea. But wait. He puts his hands up. Before you throw me into Tunon's Dungeons of Worth, consider this. He spreads his arm and turns in a circle. We aren't standing on Terratus. We are standing high above any citizen who is subject to the Overlord's law, and this place couldn't possibly be subject to the same rules they govern down there. He stamps his foot and points to the land down below. Don't presume to understand Kairos' will. I need to consider the legalities. In the meantime, I'll take a look at your goods. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Awesome looking stuff. Like Tunon armor, Tunon boots? What is this?
I have no idea. It's interesting and very expensive. And honestly, most of it probably isn't that good. But he does have healing potion. He has sigils.
Deflecting.
Directed force, expression, phasing, material force. Shoot, how much money do I have?
Not much.
Not nearly enough. Proximate action, we do not have enough lore.
Oh hey, is silver the highest currency in this game?
No, it goes up to iron rings.
So iron is worth more than...
Bronze.
Oh, so
these are bronze.
It goes
Copper, bronze, iron.
Bronze, iron. So it's not gold, silver, copper.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, I'm thinking of, what do we want? Directed force or material force? They're both expensive.
One is less of a lore
Yeah,
requirement.
which probably means I can do a little bit more with it, but it probably does less.
I don't know, or do you really want to
Let's try
get more
directed
spell stuff?
force. It's expensive. Let's give it a go. For better or worse. Travel forward in a path affecting multiple targets. Ooh.
Nice.
Probably could have checked that out, but let's see. So this is directed force. Path of Frost. Line of frozen spikes that jet forth, freezing enemies in their path. Yes.
Well, anything that does multiple targets is good.
I'll probably get that instead of Unravel Minds. No. Unravel Minds does do damage. Let's get rid of Surge of Glory, probably. Yeah. Wow, this has a 1.5-minute cooldown, too. Well, I am a Frost Mage. Anyway, I guess the last thing, we totally forgot to do this.
The Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored are at each other's throats. Can't say I didn't see that coming, but the Archons might have waited until one war was over before they started another.
Do you think I made the right decision?
Fighting with the Disfavored. Not the call I would have made, but I'm sure you have your reasons. If you like iron weapons or something about that purple uniform excites you, then be my guest. Who can say? War is all about compromising your morals, deciding who lives and dies. What seems like a mistake turns into your greatest call down the road. Let me make one thing clear, just so that there aren't any misunderstandings. You support Graven Ash, and I couldn't care less. I'm here because you've done what none of the Archons could. Not even the voices of Nerat would fault me that. He's also a complete bastard, and I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to stab him in the gut and take control of his army. So, there's that. I'll say this much. Our time together is anything but dull. My blades are yours for as long as you'll have me.
Let's be off. Okay, there we go. It doesn't look like we can change our party from here, so maybe I can change it from like a map screen or area transition. I have no idea. Where do we go? I guess I'll just go down to Vendrian Wall's Citadel.
Watch you be stuck with it for the whole chapter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with this party. If I have to be. I like spellcasters. 1 tank and 3 spellcasters is like pretty ideal for me.
So are you seeing Tunon? Are we back to
Oh, we go to the world. Oh.
They're up there. It's sparkling.
Yeah, so we're going up to the Sunset Spire. Or the Bastard City.
Wait, the Bastard City is where Tunon is, though.
Yeah, so the Sunset Spire is one of the other spires that we can go to. Bastard City is to go talk to Tunon. So we kind of had two different plots. I'm leaning for the Sunset Spire for the time being.
So that means you want to claim another spire for yourself as opposed to talk to your head honcho.
Yeah, probably. It feels like side quest stuff as opposed to main plot stuff, if that makes sense. And I always do side quests first. Plus, we don't have a time limit this time around. I just hope he doesn't care if I'm late.